I'm on my way to shoot an historic building in downtown Flagstaff, Arizona. It is drizzling slightly and mostly overcast today. Not ideal conditions for infrared photography. But this gives me a good opportunity to try and get a good shot in poor conditions. These streets are fairly narrow and the building's pretty big, so I'm going to use my 12mm ultra-wide-angle lens. I waited for a few minutes until there was little traffic and some people standing in front of the building. It adds a bit of focus to the shot with the pedestrians in the center. I took a photo at this exact spot on a sunny day a few months ago too. I'll compare and edit both in this video. I'm going to start with the rainy day photo. I got a few water spots on the lens, so I'm going to start by using the in-painting brush tool to remove those blemishes. I'm going to add an HSL adjustment layer. I'm going to target the sky here and change the hue a bit. It's grabbing a bit too much color, so I'm going to try on the red channel here, which is adjacent to that orange that the picker grabbed. And I like that more. It's changing just sort of the fringes of the sky rather than the hue of the entire sky. Next, I'm going to grab the color of these trees, bring the saturation down, the luminosity up a little bit, make it blend in a little better. Let's try add a bit more color variation. I'm going to add another hue, saturation, and lighting adjustment layer. I want to get a purple color, magenta color in the sky. That looks good. Now I'm going to hold Alt and click the mask to create a black mask. And then I want to make a gradient in the middle that lets the layers through beneath. Going to push those edges up so we just have that hue, saturation, and lighting layer applying to the top and bottom parts of the image. It's adding that nice purple fringe to the top and bottom. Turn down the opacity a little bit to get that to blend in better. Next, I'm going to add a brightness and contrast adjustment layer at the bottom of the effect stack here. Bump the contrast up a little bit. Now I'm going to add that soft glow lighting effect like we did in some of the previous images. Combine all the visible layers with Ctrl-Alt-Shift-E. There's our new pixel layer with the combined image. Instead of a Gaussian blur, I'm going to add a zoom blur this time. And put the center on those people in front of the building, further drawing the focus to that point. Make that effect a little bit more intense. I'm going to go to Apply Image once again. Apply this Multiply Blend Mode to itself. And then change that blend mode to Screen. And now we have this nice halo effect with everything pointing towards the center of the image. The effect is pretty intense though, so I'm going to bring the opacity down. There we go, that's it for this image. Now I'm going to edit the sunny day photo that was taken from the same perspective. The exposure was a little low there obviously in camera, so I'm going to bump that up first. A little more contrast maybe. And then I'm going to try lift those shadows. There we go. I'm going to hit develop and work with layers now. First, a little blemish removal. And now I'm going to add our color inversion preset with the channel mixer layer. You can already see in this sunny image how much more contrast there is and how much more those trees pop and seem to glow with all that infrared light reflecting off of them. With an HSL layer, I'm going to slightly alter the global hue towards a turquoise red combination. Okay, actually now I'm going to grab the sky and make it a little more blue instead of that green. Next, I'm going to use the picker and increase the saturation of just the trees. The Hotel Monte Vista sign is yellow in visible light, but in infrared it's turned completely white. I'm going to try turn it back to yellow by selecting each element of the sign, each letter in the sign, and filling it in with yellow. I think it will add nice contrast to the colors that are already in the image in infrared. Got to clean up the selection a little bit. There we go. Now that I have the letters selected, I'm going to fill it in with a yellowish orange color. Uh-oh, the layer is underneath the hue, saturation, and lighting adjustment layer, so I'm going to move it on top so we have an accurate color. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm going to lower the opacity to get that to blend in a little better. And I think that's it for this image.